Calendula, a seed that costs less than a coffee, makes a skin-healing salve that sells for £25 a tin. Lavender, growing wild in half the gardens in Britain, produces a sleep preparation that goes for £18 a bottle. Echinacea, plant it once, harvest it for life, makes an immune extract that costs £30 at Holland and Barret. And lemon balm, which most people rip out as a weed, makes one of the most calming, anxiety-relieving preparations your body can absorb. Every single one of these can be growing in your garden right now for about £2 worth of seeds. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to turn them into the most powerful medicine jars you have ever made. Everything I am about to share is grounded in published research, not wellness blogs. Actual peer-reviewed science. All the links are in the description. Go check every claim yourself. Let's get into it. Have you ever stood in a health food shop and looked at the price of a small herbal extract bottle? £20.30, sometimes £45 for something the size of your thumb. And something about that price bothers you. Not because you can't afford it, but because something deep down knows it shouldn't cost that much. Here is what nobody tells you. The UK herbal medicine market was worth over £4 billion last year. It is growing faster than almost any other wellness sector. And the reason it is growing is simple. People are spending real money on these products because they genuinely work. Clinical trials are now confirming what traditional herbalists have said for centuries. These plants have measurable, documented, therapeutic effects on the human body. But here is the part the market does not want you to figure out. When you buy that £30 extract, you are not paying for the herb. You are paying for the farming, the drying, the extraction, the bottling, the branding, the shipping, and the retailer's margin. Strip all of that away, and what remains is a jar, a simple extraction medium, and a plant that costs pennies to grow. The knowledge gap is not as wide as they need you to think it is. Traditional herbal preparations, glycerin extracts, infused oils, salves, herbal honeys were made in ordinary homes by ordinary people for thousands of years before anyone thought to put them in a branded bottle. And today, I am going to close that gap for you. Before we get to the 5 herbs, I need to demystify something quickly, because this is where most beginners stop. They hear glycerite or infused oil and assume there is specialist equipment involved. There is not. A medicine jar is simply any vessel where you have extracted the active compounds from a plant. That is the whole secret. The plant contains the medicine. Your job is to release it into something that carries it into your body. Here is what that looks like in practice. A glycerite is an herb steeped in vegetable glycerin, a thick, sweet, plant-derived liquid you can find in any health food shop or online for 4 to 6 weeks. The glycerin pulls out the medicinal compounds. The result is a concentrated extract with a shelf life of 1 to 3 years. A few drops under the tongue or stirred into water, and it absorbs quickly and gently. It is completely alcohol-free, naturally sweet, and safe for the whole family, including children. An infused oil is exactly what it sounds like. Pack a jar with your herb, cover it completely with a carrier oil like olive or sunflower, seal it, and leave it in a warm spot for 4 to 6 weeks. The oil becomes medicated. You use it directly on skin or melt it with a little beeswax to make a salve. A herbal honey is even simpler. Fill a jar with fresh or dried herb, pour raw honey over it, seal and leave for 2 to 4 weeks. The honey draws out the plant's compounds. You eat it by the spoonful or stir it into tea. That is it. A jar, a plant, something to extract into. Patience. Now let's talk about the 5 herbs that make this genuinely worth doing. Number 5, lemon balm. The anxiety herb growing in your garden like a weed. If you have ever grown lemon balm, you know the problem. It grows relentlessly. It spreads. It comes back thicker every year. Most people cut it back because they do not know what to do with it. Here is what you are actually sitting on. Lemon balm. Melissa officinalis has been used across ancient Greek, Arabic, and medieval European medicine for over 2,000 years, primarily for the nervous system. For anxiety, four-looped, racing thinking at night that will not shut off, and the modern research backs this up. It contains compounds called rosmarinic acid and flavonoids that work on the brain's GABA pathways, the same pathways targeted by anti-anxiety medications, but gently, without the dependency or the fog. Herbalists use it as a glyceride for anxiety and as a tea for sleep. They use it topically as an infused oil for cold sores because clinical evidence confirms it shortens healing time for herpes simplex outbreaks. A bottle of lemon balm extract at retail, £10 to £20. Your cost, the same plant that came back uninvited 3 years running. Harvest the leaves throughout summer, pack a jar, cover with vegetable glycerin, leave for 6 weeks, strain it. You now have a preparation worth £18 that cost you virtually nothing. Number 4. Lavender. A decade of medicine in one plant. One lavender plant, properly placed in well-drained soil with full sun, will live for 10 years or more. Every summer it produces an abundance of flower spikes. Most people cut them for a vase or to make the house smell nice. That is a fraction of what this plant can do. The European Medicines Agency, the body that governs pharmaceutical standards across Europe, has formally recognized lavender as a traditional herbal medicinal product. Its official therapeutic indications are the relief of mild symptoms of mental stress and exhaustion, and as a sleep aid. That is the regulatory equivalent of a drug approval based on decades of clinical evidence. The active compounds, linalool and linalool acetate, interact with the nervous system in ways that multiple clinical studies have confirmed reduce anxiety. A systematic review published in 2019, covering numerous clinical trials, confirmed lavender's anxiolytic effects. The WHO has included it in its list of medicinal plants with established therapeutic uses. You can make 3 things from your lavender harvest: a glyceride, flowers in vegetable glycerin, 4 to 6 weeks, for anxiety and sleep support; an infused oil, flowers in olive oil, same process, as a base for a sleep balm you apply to your wrists and temples; and dried bundles for sleep sachets. A commercially produced lavender sleep balm at retail, £12 to £25. Your production cost, essentially zero once the plant is established. Number 3. Chamomile. The plant that outperformed the pharmaceutical. Chamomile is so common it has become invisible. Tea bags in every kitchen, a smell everyone recognizes, and because of that familiarity, people have completely stopped taking it seriously as medicine. That is a mistake. A 2023 clinical review drawing on 22 studies found that chamomile has meaningful evidence for reducing anxiety and depression, improving sleep quality, calming gastrointestinal upset, and managing acute pain. It contains a compound called apigenin that binds to the same receptors in the brain that certain anti-anxiety medications target. And a 2026 review published in MDPI Applied Sciences confirmed that chamomile, applied topically, promotes wound healing by stimulating collagen production and reducing the inflammatory signals that drive eczema and psoriasis. Here is what most people do not know. Chamomile is a self-seeder. Plant it once, let it set seed in autumn. It comes back next spring and the spring after that. An essentially free, indefinitely renewable crop. From that crop, you make 2 things. A chamomile-infused oil, packed flowers in olive oil for 6 weeks, which becomes a skin preparation that genuinely calms inflamed, reactive, eczema-prone skin. And a chamomile glyceride for anxiety and gut complaints, made by packing the flowers into vegetable glycerin for 6 weeks, a preparation that retails for £10 to £20 a bottle. Your cost, a seed packet, one time. Number 2, echinacea. Plant it once, harvest it for life. This one requires a different kind of patience. Echinacea is a perennial, and the most medicinally potent part is the root, which takes 3 years to develop fully. But here is the thing about a 3-year investment in your garden. In year 4, 5, and every year after that, you are harvesting something that sells for £15 to £30 to £30 per small bottle at retail, from a plant that cost you £2 or £3 and comes back every single year. The landmark meta-analysis published in the Lancet Infectious Diseases, one of the most rigorous medical journals in the world, covered 14 randomized controlled trials with over 1,300 participants, and found that echinacea cut the odds of developing the common cold by 58%. And a more recent analysis of 30 clinical trials found that echinacea reduced the need for antibiotic treatment in respiratory infections by 40%. Think about what that second number means. When antibiotic resistance is one of the greatest public health crises of our time, a plant you can grow in your garden reduces antibiotic prescriptions for respiratory infections by nearly half. You dig the roots in autumn of year 3 or 4, chop them small, pack a jar, cover entirely with vegetable glycerin. 6 weeks, strain, label. What you have is an immune extract whose value at retail is £15 to £30 to £30 to £60 million per 32 million bottle. And you have more than enough root for multiple batches. The leaves and flowers, harvested from year 1, make an infused oil and salve for eczema, minor wounds and skin irritation. Every part of this plant is useful. Number 1. Calendula, the medicine that builds itself. This is the herb I save for last because it represents everything that is possible when you understand what you are actually growing. Calendula is a cheerful orange and yellow flower that most people grow for decoration. It is also, and this is now confirmed in peer-reviewed clinical literature, one of the most effective wound-healing plants on Earth. A systematic review published in PubMed in 2019, drawing on 14 studies including 7 clinical trials, found evidence of beneficial effects for wound healing consistent with its traditional use. 2 clinical trials on venous leg ulcers, serious, difficult-to-treat wounds, showed decreased ulcer surface area compared to controls when calendula extract was applied. A separate review confirmed calendula contains tryptopanoids and flavonoids that stimulate granulation tissue, encourage collagen production, and reduce inflammation at the wound site. This is the herb that is in hospital-grade diaper rash creams, in post-surgical skin care, in baby products sold by dermatologists, and you can grow it from seed for pennies, harvest it continuously from June through October, and turn it into a preparation that outperforms most of what is on the pharmacy shelf. From calendula, you make the cornerstone of home herbal medicine, the infused oil. Pack a clean, dry jar tightly with dried calendula flowers. Cover completely with olive or sunflower oil. No air gaps. Seal it. Place it in a warm, sunny windowsill for 4 to 6 weeks, shaking gently every few days. Strain through muslin. What comes out is a deep, golden, fragrant, medicinally active oil that goes directly onto skin, or, with 2 tablespoons of melted beeswax stirred in, becomes a calendula salve. That salve, at retail, sells for £15 to £30 to £30 a tin. Made at home from your own harvest, the cost is the oil, the beeswax, and the jar. 1 seed packet, planted in spring, self-seeds in autumn, and comes back every year for free. It builds itself, year after year. Let's put this together. A small plot, a few containers, or even a windowsill could produce lemon balm for anxiety, glycerite, lavender for sleep oil, chamomile for skin and gut preparations, echinacea for immune support, and calendula for wound healing salve. The combined retail value of those preparations, made from herbs costing a few pounds in seed, runs comfortably to £50, £80, even more depending on how much you harvest and how many batches you make. But here is the real point. It is not the money. The real point is that you know what is in it. When you grow your own herb organically and prepare it yourself, there is no supply chain, no unknown source, no adulteration, no pesticide residue, no inflated brand margin, just a plant you grew and knowledge you now have and a preparation that is honestly yours. One simple start if you're new to this: fill a clean, dry jar with dried calendula flowers. Pour olive oil over them until everything is covered and there is no air left. Seal it. Place it somewhere warm. Leave it for 4 to 6 weeks. Shake it gently every few days. Strain it. Use it on your skin. Notice what happens. That is not herbalism. That is just paying attention to what your garden can do. Tell me in the comments which herb you are going to start with. I read every single one. And if this changed the way you see what's growing in your garden, please subscribe. It helps this reach the people who need it most. One important note before I go: nothing in this video is medical advice. If you have a serious health condition, work with your doctor. Bring this knowledge into that conversation. The research is real, the plants are accessible, and you are allowed to ask questions. All the sources, every study, every clinical review, every paper are in the description below. Read them yourself. Take care of yourself from the inside out.